Hello, my name is Per and I'm from Nordisk, and I want to introduce you to our bushcraft camp. Bushcrafting is, as the name, the outdoor, the forest, the wilderness, and you have the craft part. That's a craftsmanship, the pioneer spirit, where you manage everything on your own. So for that purpose we have made 4 to 5 good products in Nordisk, and I want to give you a short introduction to those products today. The basic piece of equipment you need as a bushcrafter is a shelter. You can call it a safe shelter. It's a shelter from rain, snow and even sun. At Nordisk we have different sizes of tarps for that purpose. We have a 9 square meters, 14 square meters and a 20 square meters. The 20 square meters is for groups, 3 to 4 persons. And my favorite is the 14 square meters, and I use that for when I go bushcrafting with a friend. It can easily fit 2 persons underneath it and all your gear. If you want to go down to 9 square meters, then it's more when I'm going on my single trips or maybe a single trip with my dog. But I have the possibility of go even lighter and smaller. And for that purpose, I have this one. This is in fact just a 5 square meters tarp, 2.2.5, and it only weighs 170 grams. And with this product, we have 6 guylines, inclusive small carabiners. So it's such a mobile product that you can put up in so many different ways. But it is my preferred, you can say, tarp for when I'm going solo bushcrafting. I go light and I have a high mobility and can put this tarp up in 30 seconds. With the Voss ULV you get a lot of opportunities and a high degree of mobility. You can pitch it easily to the ground and make a shelter for wind if the wind should change. You also have the possibility, of course, with the many hooks in the system, to give yourself a 360 panorama view and just raise all the sides on it. And if the wind should come, you can easily go back and create your own shelter once again. For pitching the guylines to the ground, you have so many possibilities. You can pitch the guyline or you can pitch the webbing directly into the ground. The only thing you need for that is, of course, a peg. We have so many different pegs at Nordisk, from titanium to aluminium over to steel. But there is also a possibility of just making your own stick. You just need a knife or a good axe, and then of course you don't need to bring your pegs to the nature, you just find them out there. Bushcraft is all about manage stuff on your own, but we still make some good solutions for you, so we make it easy for you out there. This is one of the systems that we have invented. A lot of tarps, when you put them up, give you this, you can say, a small problem. What to do when you want to raise the ridge in the center. A lot of the system works like this, that you just simply tie it around and then you make some kind of knot. And then maybe late during the night, you have to get up and you have to do it all over again. I think we have made a more secure system. If you have a stick and you want to fix the guy line to the stick, simply just drag this one out. Then you put it around the obstacle and then you simply just tighten your guy line like this. And then you have all the friction here in the system here around the pole. So what if you want to have your guy line fixed around a freestanding tree? So we have made this small hook, and then you just take the guy line around the tree, put tension on it, and there you have it. The most important thing when you're building up, putting up your tarp, is of course that you need to have a high point and you need to have a low point. And that's because if you have rain or snow, the rain and snow need to have a low exit point, you can say. You need to have your snow away and your rain away from the tarp. Of course, one of the ways of making a high point on your tarp is of course using a tree or just a simple stick. And for that we have made this a fixing point. So it's very easy to use. You just put your stick up here and then I have my high point here, and in the other end of my tarp I have my low point. So the rain will run from here and of course down and away from my tarp. If you want to go outdoor bushcrafting and you want a little bit more maybe luxury, or you want to go out in the mosquito season, then you have the possibility of putting up Tarps. Tarps is a mesh tent. It's made for 2 persons. It's pretty spacious. You have 2 entrances. You have one in the front and you have a huge entrance in the side where you can zip off the whole side and enjoy the view. One of the sides we have even extended with a 40 centimeter long aluminium pole. So you have a high side and you have a low side in the other side. This is, you can say, your side entrance. It's a 2-way zipper system. And of course, for a panorama view, you can roll the whole front up. So when you open the side of Tarps, you have the possibility of have a nice panorama view. You can easily sit 2 persons next to each other. You have a cooking area. In my case here, I have put up a 14 square meters tarp above me. So it is in fact like a tent with a huge axis right in the open. And of course you also have the possibility of opening the end. And when I go out, I normally have my cooking area over there. And when I bring my 14 square meters tarp, I have a gear area out here where I have my bag, extra wood for the fire in front here. So with 2 entrances, you have so many possibility of really creating your own personal camp, you know. Another product in our Bushcraft range is the Fostech. The Fostech is a multi-purpose product. It can be used as a hammock, either single layer or a double layer with a fly sheet on top of you. It can be used as a tarp. It can be used as a tent. It can be used as a stretcher, like an emergency stretcher or a gear bag. And it can also be used as a poncho. In this setup with the Fostech, I put it up as a 2-layer hammock. And the 2-layer system gives you a lot of possibilities. Of course, you have a strong hammock for not only 1, 2 or maybe 3 persons, but you also have a hammock where you can put in a mattress here in between. You can even put yourself in between and then have the top here as a shell during the night. Another funny feature in this product is in fact that the hood, normally used for the poncho purpose, the hood here is just right in here, and you can use it as a pocket for your cell phone or whatever you need to have dry during the night when you're lying in your hammock. When you buy the Fostech, you get a lot of accessories with the product. First of all, you get 2 strong hammock slings. You have a strong point in here. We have reinforced it. Then you have 9 opportunities of where to put your hammock so you have the right elevation from the ground. You get 2 strong carabiners, of course. You get 4 what we call webbing slings. You have 2 black slings. And that's the slings for when you put it up as a single layer hammock. And when you want to use it as a double layer hammock, then we have 2 extra gray slings. They're not pre-attached when you get the product, but you can easily put them in the tube and drag it through, and then you have your double layer hammock. Here you see the Fostech put up as a tarp. You can put it up in so many different ways when you're choosing a tarp configuration. Here I've chosen the rich one. It's keep me dry from 2 sides of the wind, and the tarp is 260 long, so there's plenty of room in both ends, so I don't have a wet sleeping bag in the morning. So in this configuration, I just put it up with what's in the package. Here I had taken the hammock slings around the tree, but instead of putting up my hammock, I just put up my ridge of the tarp, you can say. Attach it here with the carabiner that comes with the product. In the other end, I have taken the other hammock slings. I find the middle of the hammock sling here and tied it once around my stick, and then I have 2 lines dragging it out, and it gives me such a stable configuration. It's stable in the wind, it's stable in the rain, and the tarp just look nice also. If the weather turns bad or you want a fully closed shelter, you can put the Fostech up as a tent. When you put it up as a tent, you have space enough for 2 persons. The way you put it up is that you have a fixed point in here or a fixing cup. So you take either your stick or your hiking stick, put it in there, and then you easily just drag it out, and then you just pitch the 4 corners. And then you have a 2 meters by 260 long tent. If the weather is bad, when you want to leave camp in the morning, you can turn your Fostech into a poncho. Just open the zipper, take out the hood. The hood is made like a proper hood with cord stoppers and everything. And throw it over your head. Now you can see maybe it's a little bit too long for me, but inside here I have a small hook. The purpose with the hook is that I can take the 4 corners on the product, fix them up here. The hood can be adjusted. And they're spacious enough for even a backpack. The last feature you find in the Fostech could be pretty important if you are in an emergency situation. If you bring the Fostech as a group, you can turn this into an emergency stretcher. So when you fold the Fostech twice, then you have handles in all the corners, and you have also carry handles here at the more heavy center point. You can either put a person on it, but you can also, of course, use it as a gear carrier. I had even seen a person carry a kayak in this product. Another Bushcraft product is the Nordisk TV. The Nordisk TV is also a multi-purpose product. You can use it as a tarp, you can use it as a poncho with a hood, you can use it as a sleeping bag, or you can use it as a bivy bag. When you take the Joran and place it flat on the ground, it just looks like a square with a triangle in each end. But it's so much more than that. Inside you have put a small pocket here, and in that you have your 6 guylines for when you want to put it up as a tarp. But you also have the hood for when you want to use it as a poncho. The data on this product is pretty impressive. It has a water penetration on 10,000. But the most impressive thing is that it also has a moist penetration from your heat, from your body, for exiting through the fabric on 10,000 as well. So when you use this as a sleeping bag or as a bivy bag, you don't wake up in the morning with a wet sleeping bag. And the secret behind that lies in this material. It is the TBU membrane and the alloy coating. The alloy coating you know from a rescue blanket, and the purpose with that is to reflect all your body heat back to your body. But what we have done is that we have penetrated the alloy coating. So you now have an alloy coating where 90% is reflecting back to you, but some of your moisture from your body is allowed to walk through the alloy coating. So when you use the Nordisk TV as a bivy bag, you can increase, a summer sleeping bag to a 3-season sleeping bag, and you can increase the heat effect of a 3-season bag and turn it into a winter bag. If you want to turn the Nordisk TV into a poncho, place yourself just next to the hood. Then you grab the 2 corners far away from you. Find the 2 small hooks, the hook next to the hood. So now we have shortened it up, you can say. Then you fold the other 2 corners in. And there you locate now the green YKK waterproof zipper. And then you zip it up. And now the last thing you do is to bring out the hood. And then you just throw the poncho over you. It's spacious enough even for a backpack underneath. Otherwise you have a fully functional poncho, not too long, not too short. If you want a shelter for the night, you can easily take the Tech bivy and make it into a tarp. You have 4 webbings along each side and you have 2 webbing loops in each end. And with the 6 guylines that come with the product, you can easily make a setup like this. So this was an introduction to our Bushcraft range. I hope you bring some of the product out in the nature, out in the bush, out in the wilderness where it belongs, and then create your own camp and create your own adventure in the nature.